Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm North Central and we are Among the Tombstones once again. We're down here, we're going to be doing Grover Cleveland Graves Federal Upright Tombstone Marble. Here. And it's already pretty white. The cemetery manager several months ago already hit it with D2 to see how it was going to do it. This is her first time using it. And that's pretty much the results right there. It does need gone back over again, so we're going to go ahead and do that again today. It is kind of windy. It rained all afternoon, all morning and all afternoon today. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing wet again. Like I said, it's been wet all morning, so it ought to be pretty good to go, but we're going to go ahead and get it wet again with distilled water. And then I have a bucket here that we're also going to use, and that has some Orva's paste in it, or soap. And we're going to go ahead and give it a good scrubbing down, and then afterwards I'm going to be using D2 again on it. About a week ago or so we used the wet and forget on it, and it cleaned a lot off. It really did. But I'm going to go ahead and hit it again with the D2. My shipment finally came in and I have it, and I'm going to go ahead and utilize it. So if you haven't seen my videos before, I only use natural brushes. Okay, this is made from the Topeka plant, from the Magave, and it's a natural soft brush. Whenever I use D2, and I like to use it a lot, it's really good stuff. Personally, I think it's better than wet and forget when you're doing a scrub down like this. If you're just going to come in and do a whole bunch of stones, wet and forget's the way to go. It goes a long way, and it kind of does the same result over time, but it takes a while. So we're going to go ahead and scrub this down. Now we're going to spray it back with the D2. So this headstone is probably going to need one more, but I'm going to go ahead and put a flag on it to honor this man, because it's really, really close and it's nice and white anyways, just so they can see it from the road and from the main road down here. Again, this is schedule 40 half-inch pipe, and I painted this green color to kind of camouflage it a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And the flag always goes, it's supposed to go in reference to the stone. So if you're facing the stone, it goes on the left side of the stone, okay? So what I mean by facing the stone, if you're reading the stone, okay, this is the front of the stone, and you're looking at it, it goes on the left side. In the flag code, it states that you're supposed to make yourself look like the stone. So if I was going to look like the stone, I'd be going this way, and the American flag goes on the person's right. So if you're looking at the stone, it goes on the left. And on an upright stone, I like putting it in the front corner right here, fairly close to the stone, close as I can to the stone. And pound that baby right on it. That's about as hard as far as it's going to go. Take a zip tie about 4 or 5 inches up the shaft of the flag. Knife. Go ahead and cut about an inch, or leave about an inch tag on it, right there like that. Stick it in. That should be good to go. So I did a little bit of information on this. The 4 Anti-Aircraft Sector, CAC, is the sector that he was part of. That's World War I. CAC stands for Coastal Anti-Aircraft Company. So he was in World War I. I didn't really find any information on him, just a section, the 4th Anti-Aircraft. So he was part of an artillery there on coastal defense during World War I. And Mr. Grover Cleveland Graves is ready for Memorial Day. All right, guys, so I was just rummaging around the cemetery here trying to find another good candidate for a good scrub down, and I found one, and he's right here behind me. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I mean. So he has a personal stone that you can't really read. Down here it does say Kimble, but other than that I can make out born, and it's really hard to read. That is a really pretty marble monument. I would love to be able to clean this. If any of the family of this man is watching this, please get in contact with the Bridgeport Cemetery, because I would love to be able to clean this for you, free of charge. This is his federal stone, and I'm going to go ahead and clean it now. His name is William E. Kimble. He's a surgeon for the 42nd North Carolina Infantry, CSA. He died January 12th, 1896. We're going to go ahead and clean this man's stone. Well, I'm not real sure what happened, but as I was digging the trench around it and giving it its first little scrub down here, apparently I didn't hit the play button. So now that it's hit, we'll give it a second scrubbing here. So this is William E. Kimble, surgeon, 42nd North Carolina Infantry, CSA, January 12th, 1896 when he died. He died a U.S. citizen. So even though he fought for the CSA, to come back here and live with his family and everything, he would have had to take a new oath to the United States. And so he did die as a U.S. citizen. And it is proper for your Confederate soldiers that have these types of stones, these federal stones, to receive a American flag. You don't put a Confederate flag on them, you put an American flag on them. you're not congratulating them for being in the rebellion with the Confederate States of America. The United States never really officially recognized the Confederate States of America as a legitimate country. So Abraham Lincoln always said that they were just rebellious Americans. So you don't put a Confederate flag on. You put an American flag. Hopefully I got enough water. Uh-oh. See if I can't get some of this water out of here. So since the United States never officially recognized the CSA as a legitimate country, they were just rebellious Americans. So in 1867 or 1868, President Johnson pardoned most of the Confederate soldiers, and they became American citizens again. And then somewhere around 1908 or something like that, the national cemeteries that had Confederate soldiers buried in them, they said it was okay for them to have these federal stones, like I've been cleaning around here, and you've seen some in my other videos, the marble upright stones. And then again, in somewhere around the late 20s, 1928, 29, something like that, they came back and said that it was, I think it was 28, it might have been 58, but they came back and they said that it was okay for the rest of American, the Civil War Confederate state soldiers that were buried throughout the country to have these federal markers. But they're not recognized as U.S. veterans. They're recognized as U.S. citizens. But they do have a few special perks, this being one of them. I got in a hurry, I got to put D2 on it. Okay. So this is this man's actual headstone. That's the federal stone over here that we just cleaned. And as you're facing the headstone, this is the front face. The marker goes on the left, his right. I'll put it next to the base as close as I can. So what I'll do in this case, as you can see, it's not going down very far. I have a set of cutters. I like to get them down as far as I can, but sometimes you can only do what you can do. So it's going down that far. So I'm going to come up here and cut this. That way the green's down the ground, like so. Take my hammer and push the ground around a little bit. Keep it in there. And again, take my tie strap, 4 or 5 inches up the shank of the wooden shaft, and the flag. Go ahead and cap it off. Cut it about an inch tag. There it is. This soldier's ready for Memorial Day.